Emily from Lexington, and I wanted to just go over a few things with you today. We've been coming up with inspirational things for us to do while we're in lockdown during this pandemic, and so today we wanted to bring you some information from our household to yours. We enjoy board games here, and I wanted to just give you some suggestions of maybe some things that you could play with your own family. So I have my daughters here with me. I have Emma.
Hello.
And I have my daughter Lily.
Hiya.
And so we are just going to run through some of our favorite board games for you today, okay? Our first game that we want to go over today is Blurble. Blurble is a game for ages 8 and up, and it's for 4 to 8 players. And Emma's going to do the description for us.
In Blurble, you're going to be flipping over the top card, and 2 players will race to shout out a word that starts with the same letter as the image shown. The first player to shout out a winning word gets the point.
Okay.
So it's for us, right? We have to guess.
Okay.
Cross.
Okay, you got it.
Oh. And then you did for us. Linen.
She got it.
Beating y'all.
Okay, for us.
Okay.
Man. Toe.
Couldn't think.
Our next game is Scattergories Catagories. And it plays, let me find it, ages 12 and up. It takes 20 to 30 minutes to play, and it has 2 and up players.
Okay. This is a twist on the classic game Scattergories. Each round starts with a word and a phrase. For instance, the card says bottles and things made out of glass. You have 2 minutes to name as many things made out of glass that you can that starts with the letters in the word bottles. Players score a point for each unique answer.
It's really fun. There you go. So with this twist on Scattergories, what you do in this game is you take the card, and so this one says help others, and you take the first letter of the words that you're going to be doing off of this card. So for instance, help others, and the category is words associated with volunteering. Words associated with volunteering, okay? So you write that down on your page, and then you try to come up with words. And then after the timer runs through, then everyone will then compare their words, and if anyone has words that are the same, you have to scratch those off, and whoever has the most letters or most words at the end wins.
Okay.
I had for R, put residents, and then strong.
Seniors.
Good. Okay, so count up your things. 1, 2, 3.
I got 5.
I got 8.
Wow.
Woohoo! And that's Scattergory Catagories. Good. Our next game is going to be Wink. Wink is a hilarious game, ages 8 to adult, and 4 to 10 players. It takes probably about 20 to 30 minutes.
Wink is a silly game full of crazy laughter, awkward stares, and a healthy dose of paranoia. Wink at your secret partner without being detected by other players.
There you go. Our next one is Azul. Azul is a really fun kind of gamey game. I want you.
Gamey game.
It is. It is. It's really fun. Ages, okay. Ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players, and it plays in 30 to 45 minutes.
Azul is an abstract board game where players collect sets of similarly colored tiles which they place on the player board.
Our next one, When I Dream. When I Dream is for ages 8 and up, and you can play 4 to 10 players with this one, and it takes about 30 minutes. A copy of it.
When I Dream takes turns being the dreamer, who places a mask over their eyes. The other players are spirits who each use a single word to describe the same word. But beware, because the Sandman and the other boogeyman will try to lead the dreamer astray.
Word Slam. Word Slam is a game for
12 and up.
12 and up, and it has 3 or more players. Playtime is about 45 minutes. We just played this one yesterday. It's really, really fun.
Yep. In Word Slam, 2 teams each have a storyteller who are given the same answer term. Playing at the same time, they must give clues to their team so their team can correctly guess the right answer.
Great name. Okay. Next one is Rummikub. Rummikub plays 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and I think it takes about 30 minutes or so to play.
Rummikub is a tile-laying game where players try to get sets of colors and runs.
Okay. Cockroach Poker is a bluffing game, or AKA lying game. So essentially, you are trying to fool the people that you're playing at the table and tell them that you have certain things in your hand, and maybe you do and maybe you don't. And so this is kind of how it plays out. So Emma, I have a spider. That is a spider.
Okay.
So she can choose to do one of two things. She can accept the fact that it is a spider, and she can say, well, I believe you, and then if it is a spider, then I have to take that card. If I succeed in bluffing her, then she has to take the card. Then she has another option, right?
She could pass.
And what happens when you pass?
If I don't choose to do either one of those, I can pass. I can look at the card, and then I have to pass it to someone else. I can either verify that, yes, this was indeed a spider, or I could change it up and say, no, this was a frog, or no, this was a scorpion, or something else.
And there's different characters here in this. There's cockroaches,
we all have different cards.
which is what's called Cockroach Poker, flies, rats, scorpions, bats, stink bugs,
Frogs.
rats, frogs.
So I'm going to believe her. So she gets stuck with that
So I
spider.
get stuck with it. So you just keep playing over and over and over until one person gets, is it 4 of a kind, I think?
4 of a kind.
Or until you're out of cards. And it's super fun. We've had a great time playing this. The next game is called Pit. Pit is a really, really old game. It's been around since 1904. And it plays, let me find it. Ages 7 and up. It plays in about 30 minutes, and it takes 3 to 8 players. This is a really good one too.
Pit is a game where you shout your deal and trade your cards to the corner market. Be the first to get all cards of one commodity. Ring the bell, and you'll win the hand. Feel like the trader in the pits of the exchange.
The market's in, right?
The market's
in. All right, I'm gonna trade for 3. Trade
I'm
for
gonna
3.
trade for 3.
Trade for 3.
Okay. Trade for 3.
Trade for 3. Trade for 3. Here you go.
Trade for 3.
Trade for 3. I'll take that. Trade for
2. Trade for 2.
Trade for 1. Trade for 1. Trade for 1.
1. There you go.
Trade for
3.
3.
3. Billy.
Trade for 2. Trade for 2. Trade for 2. 2.
Pit.
No!
I got all oats.
Ta-da! Okay, so you can play this with a big group of people, and it gets kind of frenzied the
What were you
closer
going
you
for,
get. Orange.
She's going for oranges.
She was going for. I was going for soybeans, I think. So anyway, it's really fun. It's been around a really long time, so you know that it has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
It's a goodie. Yeah, we love it.
It's a gamey.
Bang the Dice Game. Bang the Dice Game plays with 3 to 8 players, ages 8 and up, and it plays in about 15 minutes, so it's a quick one.
The sheriff and deputies need to kill the outlaws. The outlaws win by killing the sheriff, and the renegades want to be the last player alive in the game.
There you go. All right, so we have another game here called Bang the Dice Game. It's a really quick game. It's well loved in our home. And so basically what you do is you are either a sheriff, you are his deputy, or you are an outlaw or a renegade. And so each faction is trying to kill the other, and you roll dice in this game. Depending on what you roll is how far of a reach that you can shoot. You can get hit by arrows, and then you have secret character cards where you have certain missions that you're trying to reach. You get these bullet tokens if you get shot. You only have so many of those as your health and your life in the game, and then once that's over, you're gone. And so this game ends up going around and around and around until there's only one remaining survivor. And it's such sweet victory whenever you are the last one standing, right?
Yes.
Next one, Scrambled States of America. It plays ages 8 and up. 20-minute game usually around that time. Plays 2 to 4 players.
Scrambled States of America is a whimsical, mad-dashing geography game. Have fun learning about the U.S. by collecting state cards and matching them to a scrambled challenge. Win the most cards and call yourself the head of states.
Okay, so our next game we're going to talk about is the Scrambled States of America. This is a really great one for kids because they can learn geography. I think it teaches us all geography a little bit. We forget over time. Yes, very important, Lily. So basically how it works is you have a little map of the United States in front of you, and then you have state cards that are in front of you as well, 5 state cards. And so you turn over a card that has a topic that you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to do it as quick as you can, so it's a speed game. So the one for here is the state that has a letter X, Y, or Z in it. And then whoever finds that points to their state first, okay? So state that has an X.
Kentucky.
There you go. So she would get that point, okay?
So I get to keep my state and then draw another one.
Mm-hmm.
And fill it in. Whoever ends up getting the most states at the end of the game wins.
Yeah, that's right. Just One is a really fun party game. Plays 3 to 7 people, ages 8 and up, and it's 20 minutes or so long.
Just One is a cooperative party game. Work together to discover as many mystery words as possible. Come up with the best clue to help your teammate and be original, since identical clues will be canceled. This is the game Just One, and in this game we all have little whiteboards, and the player that is going says a number out loud, and they can't see the card in front of them.
1, 2, 5.
1 through 5.
Okay, number 5.
So she chose number 5, so we know the word, and we're both going to try to write a clue on our little whiteboards as to what that is. So I'm going to say, okay, you got a word? So we're going to show each other the word. What'd you write? Okay, so they're both different, so we can both show our things to her, and she's going to have to try to guess what the word is.
Olivia and Catholic. Pope.
Yes.
Yay! So this is a cooperative game, and you want to make sure that you get as many of these in this stack right as possible. It's really hard to do. I don't think we've ever done it once, have we?
If you get one card wrong, you have to take the top card off the deck and move that over here. And so you're constantly doubling the amount you're getting wrong.
Let's say that we had both written kid. When we show each other, so if our words are the same, then we have to turn our board down. And so she
usually
essentially,
there's 1 players.
Right. So she essentially has nothing to go on to guess at what the word is. Or maybe you're playing with, how many players does it go up to? Like a bunch, right?
12 or something right now.
7. So let's say that you have one person that hasn't made the same suggestion on here, and she only has 1 word to go off of. Sometimes it's really hard to get the word.
Get it, though.
Yeah, and it's amazing. That's another one of the games that you're like, yeah, if you get it right, it's a perfect kind of moment.
It's a great game.
It's a really good game. And actually, I'm going to give you all a little gaming information here. This one won the Spiel des Jahres Award in 2019. And so that's a very, very prestigious gaming award in Germany. And so I just want to show you that. Really great game. Pick this one up if you can. This one is Sequence. Some of you may have heard this and may even own it already. It plays 2 to 12 players and ages 7 to adult. And I think it depends on how quickly you get a 5 in a row, but it can take anywhere probably between 15 and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. In Sequence, you're playing a card from your hand. Place a chip on the corresponding space on the game board. When you have 5 in a row, it's a sequence.
Sequence is a really great game that you can play with your family. You can play just 2 together, or you can play in teams. And so this game, you coordinate your cards in your hand with the spots on the board. So as you can see right here, I have a 6 of hearts, a 10 of diamonds, king of hearts, and a 3 of hearts. So if I were to play my next card, I would want to try to get 5 in a row, and then that would count as 1 sequence. Whoever gets 2 sequences of 5 wins the game. And so if I were to play this here, I would have my first one. So I need a chip. That's me there. And then that would be one of mine. So as you can see, I could go here, or I could take hers off the spot. There's a wild jack that lets you remove chips off as well. And then there are 2 hijacks that have special abilities in this game as well. A favorite of mine, Qwirkle. Qwirkle plays with 2 to 4 players, ages 6 and up. And this one probably can take anywhere between about 30 and 45 minutes. It depends on how quickly you do your turns.
Mm-hmm. Qwirkle is a simple matching colors. It's as simple as matching colors and shapes. Players score points by creating lines of tiles that are the same color or all the same shapes without duplicates. Create a line of 6 and you score a Qwirkle.
Okay, Qwirkle is another really great game for families. And so I'm going to explain to you. So you either match the colors or you match the shapes. So it's kind of like Uno meets Scrabble, sort of, right?
Yeah.
So kind of how it works is you have these tiles that are in front of you that have different, like as you can see here, mine have different, show yours too. They have different designs on them. There's a starburst. There's like what is that called? Throwing star.
Yeah.
Diamond, square, and then a flower shape. And so they're all different colors. And basically what you do is you try to put out as many tiles as you can that meet the criteria. So for instance, on this one, so I was able to do the different shapes in red. And so for that score, I get 5 points. But, and this person did that as well. So they got 5 points for that. Then this one got 6 of the same shape. You can do 6 of the same shape with different colors, or you can do 6 of different shapes.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
I always get confused on that.
Color.
Right. So if you get 6 together like this, then that is what's called a Qwirkle, and you get 12 points for scoring that. That is a really good score, and you want to get as many Qwirkles as you can throughout the game. And so you can keep playing on and extending this, and this eventually gets to where it covers the table, and the person with the highest score at the end wins.
Oh no.
Our last game of the day is Battle Sheep. And Battle Sheep is kind of a cutthroat. It looks very childlike, but it is very cutthroat, isn't it?
It is.
So, Emma, how do you play Battle Sheep?
We all start by laying these pieces out to make the pasture, and then we all get a set of color of sheep. And you're going to stack them all in one height, and you're going to pick a spot on the outside of the board. So I'm going to choose here. Mom, you can go.
I'll choose there.
Lily's going to go over there. Then, as the game goes, you have to pick up as many of these as you want, but you have to leave one behind every time. So I'm just going to take half my stack, and I have to go all the way across the board. And now, Mom, you can go.
I'm not going to be as risk-taking as you. I'm just going to do that.
Lily? Okay, and then I'll go again. But my mom's blocked me here, so I can only go here if I wanted to do that. My only way to go with my big stack is to go this way. And I can get trapped here by other pieces. So you're trying to get the most pasture coverage as you can. So I'm just going to go this way.
See, and I'm almost blocked there. And that is not good.
Okay, Lily?
Yeah, you want to get out of there.
Yeah, you want to get out of there.
The goal of the game is to connect, have the colors connecting.
You want to have the most consecutive sheep in your pasture without being blocked in by the other players. And whoever has the most sheep on their pasture wins the game.
If there's a tie, you want to have the most touching of the same.
A little bit like checkers maybe and chess. You have to think your moves ahead of time. But it's still very cute and very approachable, I think, for a lot of people. I'm going to go here.
Lily?
You were getting ready to block yourself in.
And I'll be mean, and I'm going to go here.
No!
So now this whole stack of hers is blocked, and she doesn't get to use it. And that's the way to be mean.
Yeah. Boo!
Yeah.
And that's it. So we hope that you've had a great time today. We certainly have, showing you all of our favorite games. We have many more, so if anyone needs any other suggestions, I have a whole bookshelf full of games.
200. Yeah.
A lot, yeah. So have you had fun today?
Yes. Great.
Yes. We enjoy doing this as a family, and I hope that it's something that you can do with yours as well, or maybe friends, or just whoever you happen to be in the same space with. So enjoy, and we'll see you soon.
Bye!
Hi guys, it's Melanie. I'm the community.
Cut.
Our first game that we want to talk about today is